You will see problems like that in quizzing and homework assignments. So you can easily solve it like that. All right. Now, good time. Let's talk about price multiples. Anybody knows what I mean by price multiple? These are ratios where in the numerator there is the price of stock per share or the market capitalization. Market capitalization means price per share times number of shares outstanding. So P we're going to define as price of one share in the market for the firm. We're going to define market cap. That's short for capitalization. Sometimes we even say NCAP. P times number of shares outstanding. You can calculate price multiple either in per share terms or in market cap terms. For example, if I wanted to calculate a price to sales ratio and I didn't have access to individual sales per share, I'll take the market cap, I divide it by the total revenue of the firm. Or if I have the access to per share terms, I take the price of one stock divided by sales per share. So depending upon what information you have, that equal it. Okay, who's going to tell me the mother of all price multiples? Is there one price multiple you know of? It's price divided by something. That's usually what price multiples are. Have you heard ratio like that? Anybody has any interest in stock market? That's a rhetorical question. I'm sure you all want to make money. And the mother of all price multiples is the so-called price earnings ratio. This is sometimes abbreviated to PE ratio. In fact, for most firms, it's the only one you should even look at, unless firm has negative equity or negative earnings. It's PE ratio. Okay, I'm just going to write it as PE. You can write it as price per share divided by EPS, where EPS is short for earnings per share. Anytime you see a PS, unless we put otherwise, assume that means per share. Right? Or it's equal to market cap divided by total net income of the firm. For a 12-month period. Usually we express this in terms of 12 months. It's quarterly, things move around. If you use earnings or EPS for the preceding 12 months, the resulting PE ratio It's called the trailing period because you're using earnings for the trailing 12. The nice thing about the trailing 12-month earnings, they are known. You know what they are. For example, I mean, they're kind of available. Oh, they're gonna get out of mind. Let's come on. Go to financyahoo.com. You know that we're gonna look at my favorite company in the whole world. I'm sorry, the whole wide world. That's because if this thing goes to $1,000, I can afford the trips that I'm planning to take over the next 5 years. That's how much money I'm going to make. If it goes to 1,000, I think I'll make about 10,000, $15,000. All right. The price is 726, and they kind of changed the look a little bit. Now the tabs are here. Let's look at the analysis tab, earnings history. I have the preceding 4 quarters, the actual ones, 0.88 plus 0.98, 7. So they made $8.58. For example, Nvidia trading 12 months TTM is short for that. EPS is $8.58. Current price, today's market is closed, but 727. Hence, CPMPE. I'm gonna, it's 727 divided by 858. It's 84.73. I don't know if you know anything about standards for PEs. That number is humongous, Gavin, because of kind of the interpretation of P. Roughly speaking, here's how you should interpret PE. If earnings were to remain at their current level, how long would it take you to recoup your investment? So you're paying this company $727 for share, and if earnings were to remain exactly at that level, you're gonna wait 85 years, but until the firm actually makes $727 in earnings. That sounds exceedingly long time to make any money. We're not even talking about discounts that we pay. This is just what we call pure payback period. Making project evaluation, chapter 8. But that's kind of the idea. What's wrong with that analysis? I mean, NVIDIA just year to date made about 50%. Okay? Why? I mean, people are buying this stock even though that it has a PE of 84. We're going to wait for 84 weeks. What's wrong with that analysis? Remember my statement. When thinking about PE, I made a very precise statement. It said, if earnings were to remain at their current level, it would take you 85 years to get your money back. What's wrong with that? Huh? No. I mean, it is what it is. Huh? Yeah, people are hoping it will increase, but this is a hypothetical assumption. Okay? You say if it were to remain at that level. Do you know of any company where earnings remain constant? Some of them go down, some of them go up, but they do change. But especially if a company is expected to grow, that's a different story. For example, at a minimum, let's look at this. There is another PE ratio called forward PE ratio, short FPE, which is price divided by, I'm going to call that P star 12, and expected earnings per share for the next 12. Right? I'm going to approximate that with what analysts expect. For example, for the fiscal year 2024,